So many gods and goddesses, and the mind stays unsure which one to worship. But there is one deity your very soul, they say, took birth to serve, your Ishta Devata. And here is the surprising part. That deity is written by name in your birth chart. So how do you read it? First, let us be clear what an Ishta Devata is. The Kula Devata is the family deity carried down your lineage. The Ishta Devata is different. It is the deity of your own sadhana, the chosen one for the path of liberation. The mantra and worship that take root in you fastest belong to this deity. And there is a clean method to find it, the Jaimini Karakamsa method, which the tradition draws from Parashara's Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra. The first step, find the Atmakaraka. Karaka means significator. The 7 planets, Sun through Saturn, have each traveled some degrees within their sign. The one that has crossed the most degrees is the Atmakaraka, the significator of the soul, the king of the chart. Look at Raj's chart. The Sun in Kanya at 24 degrees, ahead of them all. So the Atmakaraka is the Sun. This lamp stands highest, and it lights first. The Atmakaraka is no ordinary planet. It is the thread that carries your soul's deepest agenda across lifetimes. Its condition, its house, its sign all point to the soul's direction. That is exactly why the Ishta Devata is traced from this Atmakaraka and from no other planet. The second step, the Karakamsa. Now take this Atmakaraka Sun and place it in the navamsa, the D9 chart. The D9 divides every sign into 9 parts. It is the chart of the soul and of depth. The Sun at 24 degrees of Kanya lands in the navamsa in Simha. The navamsa sign the Atmakaraka occupies is called the Karakamsa. So Raja's Karakamsa is Simha, the soul's deepest sign. The third step, count to the 12th from the Karakamsa. The 12th house is the house of moksha, of release, and of the chosen deity. So treating the Karakamsa as the first, count to 12. One step back from Simha brings us to Karka. Parashara says it plainly, Karakamsha-phala. Look to the planet placed in the 12th from the Karakamsa. This sign, Karka, is now the doorway where the deity's name is written. The fourth step, read the deity. Now see which planet sits in Karka. In Raja's chart, Jupiter is seated in Karka, and the Karakamsa method maps every planet to a deity. The Sun to Shiva, the Moon to Gauri, Mars to Skanda, Mercury to Vishnu, Venus to Lakshmi, Saturn to Vishnu, Rahu to Durga, Ketu to Ganesha, and Jupiter to Shiva. Whichever planet sits in or aspects, that 12th sign names the Ishta Devata. And here the sanctum at the path's end lights up. Jupiter seated in Karka points to Shiva. Parashara's words, Guruna Shiva Bhaktiman, by Jupiter, a devotee of Shiva. So Raja's Ishta Devata is Shiva, Mahadev. Rahu too sits right in the Karakamsa sign, Simha, deepening that same Shaiva current. The deity of the soul stands revealed. Now the direction of worship. For Shiva, the tradition points to the chant Om Namah Shivaya, the Monday vow, the Rudrabhishek, and within, a temper of surrender and detachment. This is not a guarantee, it is a direction. The Ishta Devata's work is not to sell miracles, but to give sadhana a center. So the mind, instead of wandering, settles at one single door. How do you use it? Once the Ishta Devata is settled, sadhana steadies. One mantra, one form, one direction. That is the real value of this reading. But note, this is only the Ishta Devata part. The full Jaimini system, the Aruda and the rest of the Karakas, is a separate subject of its own. Want your own chart's Ishta Devata? Who your Atmakaraka is? Which sign your Karakamsa? And which deity is the center of your sadhana? Open Kundlit's Ishta Devata reading from the first link below. No fear, no show. And to first understand your full birth chart, use the second link.